Hi everyone, today our group will be discussing gamification in education and how it enhances student motivation and engagement. So basically, gamification refers to the use of game elements such as points, badges, and leaderboards in learning environments to make lessons more interactive and motivating. So in this video, each of us will explore different aspects of gamification, including its concept, benefits, challenges, and its overall impact on modern education.
Hello everyone, my name is Masno Atika binti Ali. Before we dive into the benefit and challenges of gamification in education, it's important that we first understand what gamification really means and how it is applied in the learning process. Many people often confuse gamification with playing game in class, but actually it's much more than that. Gamification refers to the use of game elements in non-game context, especially in education, to increase student motivation and engagement. In other words, students are not playing games, but they learn by earning points, badges, or reward, which makes the learning process more interesting and fun. For example, a student may earn points for completing an assignment or get a badges for participating actively in class discussion. To give you a clear picture, in many Malaysian schools, platforms like Kahoot and Quizzes are widely used. This platform apply gamification by giving student points and badges for correct answer and active participation during quizzes. This encourages students to compete in a fun and interactive way, making the learning process less stressful and more engaging. Similarly, some universities in Malaysia use learning management system like Moodle, which incorporate badges and reward system to motivate students to complete assignment and participate in online forum. Alright, now let me explain the main elements that make up gamification. Number one is points. Points are given to students when they complete tasks, answer questions, or participate in class activities. These points act as immediate feedback, helping students to track their progress and encourage them to keep trying. Number two is badges. Badges are like digital stickers or symbol of achievement. They recognize a student's effort or mastery in a certain skill or task. For example, a student might receive a badge for being an active learner or top contributor in group work. The next one is leaderboards. Leaderboards show the ranking of students based on their points or achievement. This can motivate students to improve and compete in a healthy way. However, it's important to use leaderboards carefully because some students might feel pressure or left behind. Number four is rewards. Rewards can be both tangible and intangible. It could be prize from the teachers, certificate, extra privilege, or even small prizes. Rewards provide positive reinforcement that encourage students to participate actively. Alright, now, why educators use gamification in learning? First, many students today are digital native who grow up with technology and video game. Traditional teaching method might not fully engage them, and lessons could sometimes feel boring or passive. By integrating gamification, learning becomes more interactive and enjoyable. It helps students to be more involved in their own learning process and shifts education toward a student-centered approach. This means students have more control over their learning pace and lessons become more meaningful. So, to sum up, gamification is not about turning classroom into game zones, but about using game-like elements to make learning more motivating and engaging. With the understanding, I would like to invite next member to explain the benefit and impact gamification has on student motivation, engagement, and learning outcome. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, moderator. Now that we learn about what gamification is, let's explore the benefits and the impacts it can have in education. Gamification isn't just about making learning fun, it's about transforming the way students engage with their lesson. One motivation is one biggest of the benefit is motivation. When students earn points, baggage, or rewards, they feel a sense of achievement. Just like a video game, reaching the next level or unlocking badge push them to keep going. For example, language learning apps like Duolingo use tricks and rewards to motivate learners to practice every day. Just this sense of progress keeps students coming back. Engagement gamification is also increased the engagement. Traditional lecture can sometimes feel passive, but when a lesson are gamified, students are actively involved. Tools like Kahoot turn quiz into exciting competition. When students are eager to participate, this kind of interaction keeps their attention longer and makes learning enjoyable. Participation. Another important impact in participation. Gamification encourages even shy or quiet students to join in. When activity are framed as a challenge or games, student feels more comfortable in contributing. Leader sport and team-based tasks also foster collaboration, so everyone has a role to play. Learning outcome. Of course, the ultimate goal is better learning outcome. Gamification helps students retain knowledge because they are more engaged and motivated. It also provides instant feedback. If a student answers incorrectly, they can immediately see the right answer and learning from it. Platforms like a Classcraft use quests and challenge the depends understanding show that gamification can reinforce both knowledge and skill. Student-centered learning. Finally, gamification supports student-centered learning. Instead of the teachers being the only source of direction, students take ownership to their progress. Students can choose challenge, track their achievement, and learn at their own pace. This shift empower learners and make education more personalized. Close statistics. In summary, gamifications boost motivation, engagement, and participating and learning outcome, and while also putting students as a center of their learning journey. These benefits show why gamification has become such a powerful tool in modern classroom. Because, of course, but every approach has its challenge, and that what members and that what member D will be discussed next. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Nur Hayati binti Aman. I will present the topic of challenges and limits of gamification in education. Among the challenges, major challenge of gamification is over competition among students. While competition can motivate some learners, emphasis on ranking and rewards may create stress, anxiety. Students who consistently perform poorly may feel leading to reduced self-confidence and disengagement from learning. Instead of fostering collaboration, over competitive environment may undermine teamwork and inclusivity, which are essential for meaningful learning experiences. Another limitation is distraction. Gamified activities often rely on visually appealing design, animation, and rewards that may divert student attention away from learning objectives. When learners focus more on earning points or completing level rather than understanding the content, learning becomes superficial. This risk is particularly significant when game elements are poorly aligned with curriculum goals, causing students to prioritize entertainment over academic achievement. Unequal access to technology also poses a significant challenge, especially in developing regions. Gamification frequently depends on digital tools such as mobile device, learning platform, and stable internet access. Students from low-income families or rural areas may face difficulties accessing these technologies, creating inequalities in learning opportunities. This digital divide can widen educational gaps rather than promote inclusiveness. Teacher readiness is another critical limitation. Effective gamification requires educators to possess sufficient technological skill, pedagogical knowledge, and creativity to design meaningful game-based learning experiences. Many teachers may lack adequate training or time to integrate gamification effectively into their teaching practices. Without proper professional development, gamification risks being implemented in a superficial manner, reducing its effectiveness and sustainability. Finally, ethical concerns must be addressed when applying gamification in education. Issues such as data privacy, screen time, and the psychological impact of reward-based system raise important ethical questions. Over-reliance on rewards may reduce motivation, causing students to learn only for incentives rather than interest. Additionally, the collection and use of student data through digital platforms requires careful regulation to protect learners' privacy and well-being. In conclusion, while gamification has the potential to enhance student motivation and engagement, its challenges over competition, distraction, access to technology, teacher readiness, and ethical concerns must be managed fully. A balanced and well-planned approach is essential to ensure that gamification support meaningful, inclusive, and ethical learning outcome.
So, after examining both the advantages and limitations of gamification, it becomes clear that this approach is more than just adding fun elements into the classroom. It represents a shift in how education can be delivered in a more engaging and student centered way. As mentioned earlier, platforms like Kahoot, Quizzes, Duolingo, and even learning systems used in Malaysian schools demonstrate how game elements such as points, badges, and rewards can positively influence student participation and motivation. These examples show that when applied properly, gamification can support meaningful learning rather than distract from it. At the same time, though, we must acknowledge that the challenges discussed, including over competition, distraction, unequal access to technology, and ethical considerations, these issues reminds us that gamification is not a one-size-fits-all solution. It requires thoughtful planning, proper implementation, and a clear alignment with learning objectives. Ultimately, gamification has strong potential to enhance student motivation and engagement in today's digital era. When balanced with effective teaching strategies, it can create more interactive, inclusive, and dynamic learning environment that benefits both students and educators. Thank you for watching.